Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on yet another AFC team, the New England Patriots. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Jones looking to throw right away. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
21.
Now Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
11.
Throwing Jones. Rolling to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne from 13 yards out. And the Patriots are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league, is Patrick Mahomes.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on Media Day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's out right at the 25. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Here's a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Mahomes finding his burner, Hardman, for the KC first.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Yellow!
On 1st down, Mahomes. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman. 36 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
11. Here's that.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
21.
On 1st and 10, Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 7-all is the score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
Yellow.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Now this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Touchdown! Rashee Rice from 13 yards out, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
No! We gotta do our job, man!
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You
Automatic
work on it
first
so
down.
hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
12.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's intercepted. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Man, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Holding, offense.
Come on, you serious, dog?
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
From the gun, it's Stevenson. And Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Well done. Defensively, he had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a dump off here complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
It's a gain of 7.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
12. Great time.
On 3rd down, Jones. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 15.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back.
but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now here's Mahomes to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 68 yards. For him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Mahomes to throw once more. Locates Hardman for another catch. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. What a... He is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England's offense set to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. 11. Here we go. Here's that.
To throw again. Jones got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st and 10 at the
Here's that.
50-yard line.
The first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
11.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. Open man is Bourne. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kendrick Bourne, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Anthony Jennings in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards. And that also leads to 4th down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Jones. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Let's do this, man. You ready to roll, man?
2nd and a couple.
11-11.
Now Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit. And, Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, Tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you add the extra point and you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Matt Judon, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
It's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line.
12.
Back to throw. Jones. Juju Smith-Schuster. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Juju Smith-Schuster. 35 yards. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Mahomes to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And this would not... They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That is caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss. On 3rd down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Jones on the return. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Throwing Jones out to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Jones. He'll buy some time right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side. Are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Elliott diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Chiefs will use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And he's going to go down again. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
21. Here we go. 11.
That one looks like he'll throw here, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. George Karlaftis able to run him down for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. A handoff left, Elliott. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go.
Off play action. Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Patriots are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Ryland for the PAT. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Here's Richie James on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Under pressure, they got him again. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Niners and the Cheifs, all that it... Coming up next.
For the second straight year, Harrison Butker has the honors, and we are underway in Super Bowl 58. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan. Moon, but they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
Purdy now on second down. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he'll be brought down with a... As the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Purdy. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. Back to throw again. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8. Unfortunately, they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. Isaiah Oliver there on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 29 yards. And the 49ers will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards, but he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at two-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more two-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. And out come the Chiefs now. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Buffalo 18. Check go.
Throwing here, Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 35 yards. And the 49ers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Can't panic here. Talk to yourselves one play at a time to try and get back in.
And that's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very early on in the game. We're in the first quarter.
If you look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So this time the conversion is good after a pair of failed 2-point tries. Charles, they're 1 for 3 now.
And you would figure with 3 touchdowns scored, your minimum number of points would be 21, right? 3 extra points. And as you noted, they went for 2 twice, didn't get it. Went here again. This reminds me of something a coach told me a while ago. They have more 2-point plays on their ready sheet nowadays than ever before. It used to be like 1 or 2. Now most teams have up to 6 or 7 that they have at the ready.
Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position. Now this first quarter, let's just be frank, it's been a disaster so far offensively.
Yeah, already down multiple scores, and it doesn't appear they can get out of their own way right now.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on the free kick.
Free
and
kick
that's
out
a
of
big
bounds.
mistake.
Kicking team.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Automatic first down.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll start with the option. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
A 7-yard gain.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 22-0 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2.
Let's play. Let's play. Baby, let's play. Let's ride, dog. Now's the time. Ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. And this is caught. Jennings. Touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings, 39 yards. And the 49ers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of set you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, and if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to go again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that. That means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. On 4th down.